Hello everyone and welcome back. My name's X and we're back with another video. I know it's been a while, but let's go ahead and start here. So I know that there's a lot of controversy with the current progression system and so forth, and I'm going to cover that later on, but with the whole boosting problems going on, I was going to do that next, but I actually really got into this one and I just really had to talk about it. So season one's already over and everyone's completed so much of completed the entire Halo Reach unlocks from the classic game. So then you're sitting there going, we're supposed to have like multiple seasons, not just like, you know, another season, but like multiple seasons. And you're sitting here going, what else can you unlock? You unlocked everything in Classic Reach. So I sat there for a while and I thought about it, like what else could you possibly unlock in this game? Because everything else is unlocked. And I know a couple people were saying like, oh, there's a few other armors like the GRD armor, or otherwise known as the Preserve class Mjolnir, and also the other armor, Condemned class armor, that a couple people like Gamer Cheat 13 came across and showed everyone. But what would that be? You open an entire another season for 2 unlocks? And then what else are they going to do? Do some nameplates, some emblems, maybe? It would seem like a damn shame for one season to have all these unlocks, but then all the others have almost no unlocks. And some people say, oh, maybe they can create new armors, but the thing is, like, I'm not trying to shit on 3 for 3 in any way, but that's just not practical to make whole sets of new armors while they're also doing it for the next Halo Infinite game while trying to add new armors to this game. And though it would be cool, I actually thought about it, and there is some possibility of us seeing some cool armors actually returning. One of the things they said in their, I think it was December or January update, that they said they were going to look into the cosmetic options in the game that people were complaining about, which is kind of interesting because they said when they made the Halo Reach armors that they used the Unreal Engine 4 to do the customization. So I sat there and I thought about it, and I came to a realization what they might possibly be actually doing for the next season. I know this is all hypothetical, so take it with a grain of salt, but thinking about it, a lot of the stuff's already set for them that they could actually do, and it would actually be great, and something that a lot of people have been asking for. So let's jump into that, what that possibly was. I'm going to say what, like, their possibilities here. I got like a whole list, and what most likely will be and what most likely will not be, but I'm just going to go through each one. So right off the bat, the cut armors from Halo Reach are probably going to also return in maybe even season 2 by the looks of it, since they're already models. So all I have to do is start doing the texturing, UV unwrapping, all that stuff. So that one's already kind of on its way. There's also a possibility they could even bring back nameplates from like Classic Reach. Some of them might not, some of them might because of related to Bungie, but some of them they might actually do. Like there's the blank default Legacy Reach nameplate. There's the Septagon, the DMR, the Bungie, the Marathon, the Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, Assault Rifle, Spartan helmet, Halo Emblem, and Star Emblem. There was a whole bunch of them, and that were in the original Classic Reach, and they could add them. I know some of them might not be able to be added, like Bungie Emblem and Septicon Emblem, but and also possibly Marathon as well, because again, those are all Bungie games. But there's a possibility they could bring some of these old legacy nameplates back, as well as some people speculating as new armors, new nameplates, new emblems, which would be great. But I don't think it's just going to end there. I mean, why would they make it so you can just unlock Reach armor? One other thing I thought about was some of the stuff that was cut from the original games, and also some other things. Halo CE, you were supposed to have playable character elites that you could play in the multiplayer, but that got scrapped near the end. But there are a couple people that made mods out there of it, and there's a strong possibility they could add this. I think that they won't allow it in like any Halo CE competitive modes, but it could be, you know, big team battles and stuff like that. You could have elite character models to play as that you could actually unlock maybe just one, since I don't think they had many variations, but they could have that. They could even make new armors for Halo CE, new nameplates, and new emblems. But then let's get into Halo 2. Halo 2, there was, I remember reading this somewhere, again, I don't have the source, but there was like a mod out there that actually allowed you to play the Halo 2 Arbiter armor set, and some people theorize that that was a possibility that they were going to add in, and I think I remember it being mentioned that that was something that they were considering. And also, again, they could add legacy nameplates, so the default Halo 2 nameplate, the Bungie.net nameplate, the Bungie.net staff nameplate, and the Bungie emblem nameplate. Again, those are Bungie, so there's probably a really low chance that's ever going to come over, but that would be cool, as well as 2 other legacy nameplates that were cut from the game that some people like General Kid found. One was Stars emblem, and the other one I think was called Bungie and Stars emblem, which were both for Vista, but they never actually came out, and they were cut from the game. But it would be pretty cool, because that'd be pretty awesome to actually have that. As well as that, it'd be kind of interesting to see if they make any Halo 2 classic armor or Halo 2 new classic armor nameplates, emblems, stuff like that. But definitely this is where it starts getting interesting, and when I started thinking about it, the reintroduction of armors for customization. So for Halo 2 Anniversary, currently there's the Spartans, you have the Mark 6, the Centurion, the Hoplite, I think I'm pronouncing it correct, and then Sangheili's, you got the Elite, the Outrider, and the Invader. The thing is, they're just static meshes. You can't, like, you have no customization. It's just a preset armor. You can't customize it. What they did with Halo Reach, they could be doing with the other Halo games, which means you can actually change out the helmets, the arms, the chest, the legs for each individual character, for whether you're Spartan or Elite. That would be cool if they reintroduced it. You know, they take it out and let you reintroduce it, and like maybe the only thing you have unlocked by default is the preset of that full armor, but if you want to customize it, you can actually choose and change it the way you want. So that way you can either keep, you know, a straight up like Mark 6 Halo 2 Anniversary armor all the way down, but if you want to customize it, you have the option to be, you can unlock that for the next seasons. That's a possibility. I think that with Halo CE, Halo 2, and also some Halo Reach armors might be coming the next season. That's a possibility there, as well as maybe some Halo 2 Anniversary new armors, new nameplates, new emblems, maybe. I think, you know, again, making new stuff is going to take longer than stuff that already exists. Then, this is where I really think it's going to kick off. Halo 3, same thing with Halo 2 Anniversary armors. I think they're going to reintroduce the customization armor and reintroduce a lot of the armors that you were able to choose and swap out, like the chest, the shoulders, the helmets for like the CQB, the EVA, the EOD, the Hayabusa, the Recon, the Scout, the Rogue, the Security, ODST, Mark 5, and even the Katana chest piece. I mean, I believe that they're going to bring all those armors back, but they're going to give people what they wanted this entire time, because they said they were going to look into the customization, because a lot of people have constantly been complaining about it. They want to be able to change that out, and what they did with Reach, it's clear that they can do this, and that's probably what they're probably going to do as a surprise. And again, you know, you can be able to change out the elites in Halo 3 with the combat harness, the assault harness, the flight harness, the ascentic, I'm not sure if I pronounced that correct, that harness, and the commando harness. And also even cut armor from the game. There's actually a few things that were cut from the game, including a full customizable Arbiter armor. I think they cut it out because it didn't match with all the other armors of the elites, but there's a possibility that they could be adding that, because that was something that they had planned, but it never actually made it to Halo 3 as well as something else that they were going to add to the multiplayer that never got added was playable elite character models. They were actually considering doing that, and I guess that got completely scrapped, and it makes sense because their armor, the way it works, is completely different, and then when their shields get taken down, their armor pops off. So I'm thinking that if they were to add them in multiplayer, the armor wouldn't pop off. They would just stay on, and it would just make a little pop sound, but the armor would stay on, I guess. But I don't know. That's a possibility. They could add that. but otherwise maybe mods. But again, if they added those two things, they'd probably end up only being something you can use in like regular social matches. You couldn't use them in ranked. And then I was thinking about the possibility of like adding some of the legacy nameplates back, like the default Halo 3 nameplate, as well as the 7th column, the Bungie, and the Pro emblem nameplates. I know that there's a possibility those ones will not come back because of the fact that they were from Bungie, and like the Pro emblem I think was only awarded to one person ever, and I don't think that they will give it to anyone else. But you know, that would be pretty cool to see them back anyways. And probably someone's just gonna end up making a mod anyway to add them back. But it would be cool to see Halo 3 new armors, new nameplates, new emblems as well, maybe, as well as what I'm really hoping for as well when it comes to the ODST, that they actually, because we already like probably did a filler for like 2 seasons right there, 1 or 2 seasons. When it comes to ODST, I really hope they reintroduce Firefight back, and then what they can do is add in the skins back: the Rookie, Dare, Buck, Dutch, Romeo, Mickey, and Sergeant Johnson. Those are really cool to be able to customize while in the Firefight mode, as well as possibly, I'm not sure who they would possibly add, but they could add in new Firefight skins, new nameplates, new emblems as well to unlock. And then when it comes to Halo 4, because a lot of people are probably not looking forward to Halo 4. They're just like, oh, Halo 4, okay, whatever, because not a lot of people got into it. But they could definitely do this, and Jesus, I mean, this would be like several seasons because of how much customization Halo 4 actually had. Even though I know a lot of people didn't like it, there's a lot of armor. I'm not even going to list them all because I'd be here all day. You have helmets and torsos, left and right shoulders, forearms, legs, different skin variations of the armors and legs and forearms and all stuff like that. You had different visor colors like Recruit, Solar, Frost, Midnight, Cyan, Blindside, Sunspot, Verdant, Legendary, Wetworks, Operator, Pioneer, Pathfinder, Engineer, Stalker, Rogue, and Tracker. I mean, that's really cool. And what's also cool about that is if they did introduce that, they could actually bring back one of the I think it was like either like some type of armor like upgrade or something like that allows you to get more XP when playing. It had no point of being in the game, so it understood why people took it out and never put it in the class. But if they ever do that and they add Halo 4, they could add that in and bring it back. I forgot what it was, like Tracker or Pioneer or something like that. You had an armor mod that you put on that allowed you to get more XP, and that was for like certain people that had that on would get more XP at the end of the match. I'm trying to remember what it was for, but unfortunately, like, I'm just drawing a blank on it. But again, they could even add missing armors are in the game currently, like Mark 5, Perfect, ODST, and Ricochet. Those armors apparently I've been told not in the game. That's when I watched one video talking about that, and yeah, I know it was in the original game, and I don't think they've added it back since, but that'd be cool. Also, reintroducing the skins like Prime, Predator, Arctic, Dunes, Noble, Rain, Imprint, Shatter, Static, Fracture, Piston. That would also be really cool to see those added back. Also on top of that, missing DLC weapon skins that were also not in the game, that still not been in, like Turbine, Teeth, Trauma, Steam, Salvage, sorry, I'm drawing a little blank here. Monocle, Striped, Locomotive, Industrial, Compression, Mechanical, Combustion, Indigo, Flare, Boilerplate, Engine, Riptide, Bones, Engage, Chill, Refractive, and as well as there was 2 armors that were, not 2 armors, 2 weapon skins that were cut that were never added in Halo 4 that they could also add, which were Blast and Concrete. Also, there was another armor that was cut from Halo 4 that they could add back. It was almost near completion as well, kind of like with a GRD, and that was the Halo 4 Hayabusa armor that was also in the game. There's also a cross-game legacy emblem that was, I think, in Halo 4 and Halo 3 ODST and Halo Reach that was never actually added. It was a legacy emblem, which was called the Infected version 1. They apparently have the version 2, but not the Infection version 1 that they could also add. And also there's 7 cut nameplates that are in Halo MCC currently that have not been added. That would be really cool to see them added. And that's a lot of things, like right there, that's like a good 3 or 4 seasons right there. Perfect. And they could be coming out corresponding to when the game's released. So maybe with when Halo CE and Halo 2 come out, they can start adding those in, and then when Halo 3 comes out, they can do that. And every single time that they add it to the PC, they can release it for everyone, both on Xbox and PC, to start unlocking it. There's also a couple things other people mentioned, but I highly doubt it, that they could add to some of the games. Is like Halo Online, which was a game that was never released by 343. I forgot the other company. I think it was Saber Interactive. They never ended up, I think it was, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but the company never ended up releasing the game. Some people made mods of it that you could play it, but then it got the link to download it got taken down. You can technically still play it, but yeah. But at the end of the day, Halo Online had a ton of armors that they never added, and technically they go towards most of the Halo 3 maps. So a lot of people were saying like they should add Halo Online armors to Halo 3 as well to unlock. And then some other people said that Halo 5 armors are pretty much identical to Halo 4 in a lot of ways. Why not just import those for Halo 4 to unlock? But both those, I'm very doubtful that they'll add Halo Online and Halo 5 to Halo MCC, just because it doesn't seem really necessary to add armors from a completely different game when you're trying to play the classics. But that's what I feel anyways about what my idea of what they're probably going to do. I could be wrong entirely about what they're going to do for the next couple seasons, but this is the only way I see them adding stuff to the game, and that it's going to actually make people happy and be able to want to come back and play. They're not going to want to play because they go, oh, season 2, you get more nameplates, and that's it. People want to have also more armors and stuff, but you got to add some nameplates and emblems and stuff like that kind of add in as fillers. When it comes down to it, I really feel like a lot of the stuff that was in the original game, what I listed here, what was ever in the legacy versions of the game, or what was even in Halo 2 Anniversary and stuff like that, and in the Halo MCC that was cut, I think that stuff is more likely going to come back. I think that's a high chance that that's what the next seasons are going to be. As for new stuff, kind of iffy. I don't think that there's going to be a huge bunch. Mostly I think will be nameplates, maybe some emblems, and highly doubtly some new armors. Not many, probably, if they do. And as for cut content, that's like kind of an iffy, up in the air. I really hope to God they add cut content to the game, because that would be amazing. But I don't know if they're really going to go that route. But it would be really awesome if they add cut content to the game. I do doubt, though, that they will be adding some armors to the game that were, or some things to the game, like the Brute Halo 3 model and Arbiter, even though that'd be really cool. I highly doubt that they're going to add in some of like the nameplates that were Bungie related, just because of Bungie reasons. I'm not sure if that, because they now own the IP of Halo, that they might be able to just add them just for people's sake. But as you guys know, in the Halo Reach opening and I think even end credits, they cut the entire Bungie part of it, so there's not any of that in there. So I think they had to cut it for legal reasons, so I think that's why they cut it. But there's a good chance that they may end up adding it, and they just might rename it to something else, but we'll see. Anyways, that's where we're gonna wrap my video. Sorry again, I was hoping to get it down to 10 minutes. I keep doing that. I won't end up doubling it for however long it is. But anyways, you guys leave your comments down below what you thought of this video, and also let me know in your comment section what you guys think is gonna end up happening. What do you think they're gonna add to Halo MCC for the next couple seasons? Do you think they're just gonna simply just add a bunch of nameplates, like maybe 2 or 3 dozen, call it a second season, and be happy with it? Because they sounded like they were going to do multiple seasons, and this sounds like something that they would actually do as multiple seasons if they're actually going to follow through with it. So that's what I kind of think, that they're not gonna like cheapskate it, because otherwise it would have been rather a damn shame for the whole hype and then end up killing it off when second season comes out and it's just nameplates. I really feel like they're gonna reintroduce the Halo 3 and Halo 4 and even possibly Halo 2 Anniversary, reintroduce those armors to be customizable using the Unreal 4 engine that they did use with Halo Reach. I hope they also fix a lot of other current issues. I'm not sure if you guys noticed that armor effects don't work on elite models in Halo Reach for some reason. I think they said that they're aware of this and they will get it fixed. But anyways, that's my whole video. Again, let me know what you guys think, and I'll let the video end here. Thank you and have a great day. Peace.